Welcome to the graffiti jungle. Paulo Pulengue. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Questo è impostore rockstar. Fake rockstar chat show. Pensieri tangentiali, formerly known as tangential thought chat show. We just worked on the podcast all weekend. So we're going to talk about should shedeur have gotten the game ball. The game ball. That the that's that's for the haters. The yes, duh. That's for those who know, right? So this is I'm gonna let you listen to it. This is Cleveland Browns head coach Stefanski. Afterwards, he only has one game ball. Who does he give it to? All right, the Browns won their third game of the year.
And he's playing better than 6 games.
So
Wrong.
here it's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I love it.
Oh, you expired?
Okay, here it goes. This is his. Here it goes.
This gives him an opportunity. Joe, the video is going viral online. Here's Stefanski handing out game balls in the locker room after the game. Stay resilient together like I told you we needed to, right? Stay resilient together, and we fought together. How about Gage's big punt return on special teams? How about Corey, every single time you're out there pinning those guys doing your job, right?
You see how he has a lot of energy for small things? Big play, Sam at the end.
Huge play, huge play. Hale making a big play, and then another rookie making his first start. Nice job, shedeur. Well done.
Nice job.
There's that old saying, save the best for last.
Best for last.
In defense.
Defense.
Holy is what I have to say about that. 10 sacks by our defense.
10 sacks is crazy.
I got one ball in my hand.
One ball.
He's got to get a cold every week. Okay, he had a cold this week. Wasn't feeling himself. 3 sacks, which gives him 18 on the season through 11 games, which breaks his own Browns record. Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
So I'll see you guys in tomorrow.
Myles Garrett gets the game ball. Myles Garrett gets the game ball. Now, so let's set this up here, right? Nobody really wants to draft shedeur. It goes in the 5th round. They draft another rookie quarterback in front of him. Fine. There's 4 quarterbacks in the room. One of them, he can't play. He focused on good time, happy endings. He just there, moral support. The other guy, he's a veteran. I know a guy. Speak Guyanese. Other guy, he gets traded. He looked like he was a little rocky. You go to another team, you start doing really good. No Rocky Balboa. Anyway, the other quarterback, he comes in, not much has changed. See? Not much has really changed. The Browns 2-8. 2-8. The other guy goes down. Now the other guy's a rookie. Now this other rookie, who hasn't been getting any preps with the ones, the starters. Got another rookie. He get 1 week to train with the ones, with the starters. Finally, right? He get 1 week to train with the starters. They put him in the half of the last game. They started blitzing like crazy. You don't show dogs meat. Pause if I gotta say that. So, then, especially hungry dogs, then he starts. He's a rookie quarterback. It's his first start after 10 weeks. And he wasn't getting no practice time with the starters. He goes 11 for 20. It's not great. It's not good. He's a rookie. It's his first game for real. It's really his first game as an NFL quarterback. It's really his first game as an NFL quarterback. His first start. November 23rd, 2025. This is his first start. You done stacked up all the cards and everything against him. Now, granted, the defense did really well. Defense had 10 sacks. Okay. Myles Garrett. He had 3 sacks in 1 game. He got 18 for the season. He broke his own Browns record. I think he's like 5 away from the whole season record. It's a lot of games. There's way more games than it was back then. Anyway. He gives Myles Garrett the game ball. What did he say before this? Myles Garrett, he broke his own Browns record. Now let me take it to NBA for a little bit. Just for a bit, make a point. Draymond Green said that first championship is sweet. But he said every championship after that, it ain't as sweet. It felt good. We won. But it ain't like that first one. He said the closest thing to that is seeing somebody else get their first one. See what I'm saying? Now let's take it back to NFL. He gave Myles Garrett the game ball. This shedeur is his first NFL start. He gets a win. The Browns were 2-8. It ain't like they used to winning. They bringing up stats. 67% of all stats are made up. I say it again. 75% of stats are all made up. I'll say it again. 92.1% of all stats are made up, including the last 3 I just made up. They said shedeur is the 42nd quarterback in like the last 60 years for that one team. The 42nd. The numbers might be off. 42nd, 60 years. I don't know how long they've been around. They had a lot of quarterbacks. That's a high turnaround. You know, if you go to a job, nah, we're going to take you to school. In school, we call it a retention rate. From 9th to 10th grade, retention. Did they stay in school? Did they make it from 9th to 10th grade? The retention rate. That's not 100%. It's not 100%. You look at things like that. Layover. Jobs losing people. Make it to the NFL is the pinnacle of the sport. You get there. You want to be a quarterback. You're a starting quarterback. His first game. He's the 42nd quarterback in the last 60 years. And I think, what was it? He was the first quarterback to win their first. He was the first rookie quarterback to win their first starting game since like the 60s. It's a lot of, you see what I'm saying? So if you get a game ball to Miles Garrett versus giving a game ball to Shedeur Sanders, it's just, a lot of people can't put certain things in perspective. You see what I'm saying? Like, he a rookie. He started his first game, and they won. He was the quarterback the whole game. It's his first game. Miles Garrett is a veteran. He just broke his own record. He's a veteran. So, has he had a game ball before? Shedeur has never had a game ball before. Not in the NFL. When would be a better time for a quarterback to receive their first game ball? When would be a better time for a quarterback to receive their first game ball? I mean, even if you don't play the sport, right? Even if you're not a quarterback, you don't play football, you're not a quarterback, but don't it kind of make sense? You see how like anything else just kind of don't make sense? If you're a rookie quarterback, when do you ever expect you're gonna get your first game ball? Maybe after your first one. Maybe after your first start and you get a win. I would don't you see how that makes sense? Like if they win next week, what if they win next week too? What if Miles Garrett gets another 3 sacks? What if Shedeur throws 1 touchdown, 1 interception again next week? You give him a game ball next week? Nah. Miles Garrett got 3 sacks. Again. He's going for the record. Give him. When when would it be a better outside of this, right? Because now you set precedents for other things. You know, it's this person not it's and then it's like the like premeditated, or I don't know how to explain that. I don't know how to explain it. If he comes in and says, like, there's so much more you could say, right? On some, even how, you see how, like, if Miles Garrett doesn't get the game ball, I don't think he would be mad about it. And I think he would understand. You see what I'm saying? If Miles Garrett doesn't get the game ball, he broke his own record. He didn't break the season record. He broke his own record. You see what I'm saying? He broke his own record, not the season record. That's different. You're going to have to give him the game ball then, too. You have to give him the game ball then too. So it like you gotta like I don't. If you walk into a locker room, anybody could just sit there and be like, things to say as a coach, things to say and do. Man, yeah, he hasn't started all season. We are 10, 11 weeks. He hasn't started all season. This is first time starting. The rookie first time starting. Couple big plays. Managed the game. You know how many games the Browns lost and it was like they lost on some gave the game away type of thing? Yeah, it's the Browns. Gave the game away type of vibes. Right? It's that whole speech could have just and it should have just been on some yo, after 11 weeks, you got to give him his props. He only had 1 week. He only had 1 week of training with the starters. You see what I'm saying? He only had 1 week of training with the starters. After 11 weeks, first game, got his first touchdown. And he got a win. And he got a win. Gotta go to game ball to shedeur. That's not hard to say. And it makes sense. Everything else, like, you gotta, like, to be in that moment, to be in that locker room, to be in that moment, to be in that locker room, it's just, like, you got a feeling, things should go like this or things should go like that. You see what I'm saying? To be in that locker room, you be like, things should probably go like this. Like, so when you hearing, it's the thing, like, when you hear that speech, you thinking this is how this speech should end. Like, you kind of got a feeling like it should. But then when it don't, when he already shot it out shedeur and he still got this game ball, okay, and then he was like, I only got one. It's the NFL. Why you only got one ball? Why you only got one ball? It's the NFL. You could have had two. Even if you wanted to give Myles Garrett, you could have got two. Just off the rookie got his first win in his first start. They only got 3 wins this season. It ain't like they easy to come by. Not for that team. How you only got one game ball? It's on some Myles Garrett. I'm not sure if he kept it. Cause if you ever been in certain situations, like, that's a moment, that's a time where Myles Garrett would probably be like on the side. Like, bro, you really deserve this. If Myles Garrett gave, or at least offered to give shedeur the game, like, that's like, I know some people that you know what I'm saying, they're like, like, bro, like, you really deserve this. Myles Garrett, like, bro, I got plenty of game balls. Like, this ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I broke my own record. That's one thing, but I'm trying to come for the season record. I'm probably gonna get it. It's 5 to 6 more games. I just got 3. I'm only 5 away. If I get 2 sacks every game, I got 3 today. I'm probably gonna break this record. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Whatever you give Myles Garrett the game ball for when he breaks the record or at the end of the season for getting close to it. You give Myles Garrett a game ball at the end. You see what? Like you give him a game ball at the end, towards the end of the season, either when he breaks the record or at the end of the season for getting close. Cause that's all this game ball was. He ain't break the record. He close. That's all this game ball was. So who does the game ball mean more to? The rookie who just started their first game, or the veteran who been playing? The veteran who been playing. Like I can only imagine if you see what I'm saying. Like if Myles Garrett offered, like, yo, I think you should really just send a third. Shedeur probably still wouldn't even take it. Shedeur probably wouldn't even take it then. He was like, nah, I ain't coach ain't even get it to me. You see what I'm saying? Now you start to feel like you're not deserving of this, you're not deserving of that. And there's only but so much, like, it don't, for like why you gotta do this much to really try to poke holes at a person or anything, bro. You got like the way that they treat Shedeur, bro. It ain't even on no. They ask him questions, he answers his question. Mind you, you can't even find a bad response. Then the other boy come back and he say something. So Shedeur like, you know what? I'm not even gonna talk. He come up there, he's like, shit. He don't even know, he like, you know what? I haven't gave a bad response yet. If I say something, it's now they telling me don't even say now he ain't saying nothing, then he go viral for not saying nothing. He can't win for nothing. He can't win for nothing. So it's that's why like the whole thing is demoralizing. And it's, you know, for all the other things that stacked up against a person, you want that's why I say I don't care how he do. I just want to see him play. That like is at that point where it's just like, yeah, I just want to see him play. Cause y'all trying to do so much for him not to play. That's crazy. It's like it's people. Dak Prescott has a starting job. It's people you like, yo, why is this person still starting? Why is this person still playing? They know it in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is young. He would have had a couple weeks of playtime, and then he'd be right back on the bench. There were plenty of teams that needed a quarterback. The Saints. There was other teams that could have, you know what I'm saying, drafted him. He could have had some decent playtime. But it's not even, it's like, at least you want a fair shot. You see what I'm saying? You want a fair shot, fair chance to play. And then You see what I'm saying? You don't want the reason that you on the bench be for some other reason than athletic. You don't want for the reason you're not playing to be for some other reason than athletic. And how do you know that? You see what I'm saying? He had his first start and he won today. That's all. That's what we can say. He hasn't been given a chance to lead. Today, he won. And just like, oh, it's the Raiders. You see what I'm saying? And if they was to win out for the rest of the season, if they was to win out for the rest of the season, of course they're not going to the playoffs or nothing like that. And what would it mean? It's just not right. It's just not right. It's just not right. So, all the other, because the way it come across now, the question didn't come through. The last thing I said, he's not ready to lead a team anywhere significant, which I don't think you have any grounds to say that. You have no evidence to prove what you just said. Like, you just saying shit. You mean he's not ready? He's in the NFL. You can't say he's not ready to lead until he has failed to lead. I'm pretty sure 13-12 in college. 13-12. Some quarterbacks ain't in the league. Some quarterbacks ain't in the league. And then, y'all, I don't know. It'd be like a team that went 0-16. You expect them to come back the next season and be like just some all-stars and monsters. But yet they had a progressive season each time. They got more wins than they did each time. A nepotism. Well, what happened to the other two sons? What happened to the other two sons? Do you think he would do better than Cam Ward if he was taken number one? There's a good question. There's a good question. There's a good question. Do you think he would do better than Cam Ward if he was taken number one? So if Shedeur was on the Titans, but you see, my only thing about that is it's not. You see, like he wasn't given that shot. Your statement is discredited because you say he's smarter. Your statement is discredited because you say he's smarter. That's why your statement is discredited. You so one of the things they're sitting there talking about right now is what is Cam Ward? You not gonna say me what you're not gonna tell me is that Cam Ward is balling out in Tennessee right now. He's not. Cam Ward was about to crash out. Cam Ward got up on the podium and called his team trash. Negative 1,000 or like team points, whatever you want, team chemistry. Cam Ward was ready to crash out. So you're not gonna sit here and tell me Cam Ward is not balling out. He is not superstar material. He ain't about to be like, oh, he ain't rookie of the year. Cam Ward ain't doing nothing. You not gonna tell me the Titans are what? What's the record for the Titans right now? Cam Ward ain't doing nothing out there. So you can't tell me that Shedeur would be doing that much worse. Cam Ward ain't doing a lot. He not in no discussions for no top nothing right now. None of the rookies. You stop talking about it at week 2. Because week 4, Cam Ward was crashing out. So that if you had to say anything, Shedeur would be doing as well or better. You can clearly say that Shedeur would be doing as well or better. Because Cam Ward is not doing great. So let's say that. Cam Ward is not doing great. Cam Ward is not doing great. And ain't nobody saying that. Can't nobody saying that. I didn't say Shedeur was good. You see what I'm saying? This is why you no longer need to be talking to me. You're not qualified to have a level discussion. I'm sitting here telling you why the things you saying this and you saying that, and it don't make no difference. It don't move the needle nothing. You don't need to talk to me no more. You can't. I know I don't. You can't handle a conversation with me. I'm not avoiding the question. I just said Shedeur would be doing as well or better. Cam Ward is not doing good. He's not. He would not be worse. Cam Ward ain't doing good. It's either, is Cam Ward doing good? Is Cam Ward doing good? No. That's a yes or no. Is Cam Ward doing good? That means he's doing bad. Shedeur would be doing as well or better. He's not doing nothing. Cam Ward is not doing nothing. I'll look up Cam Ward stats for the year. Cam Ward got to start the whole season. Cam Ward got to start the whole season. He was given the keys, contract bonus, all that. Now this is ProFootballReference.com. Is that a okay source? It says games 10. QB record 1-9. 58.4 completion percentage. 5.9 yards per attempt, 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Through 10 games, Cam Ward has won 1. Through 10 games, Cam Ward has won 1. Shedeur has played 1 game. Shedeur has started 1 game and won 1 game. And you just sat here and said that Shedeur would be doing worse. Shedeur's already doing better. Cam Ward, Shedeur had 1 week of practice with the starters. Shedeur had 1 week of practice with the starters and won his first game. Cam Ward has been playing since week 10. Shedeur got his first start today. Cam Ward has won one game. Cam Ward is not doing well. He has 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. You gonna sit here and say Shedeur should have. That's the number one. That was the number one draft pick. Number one draft pick. You draft him number one for a reason. You drafted number one for a reason. You would think he would. What are you doing? What's Cam Ward doing? You stop talking about Cam Ward. I said after week 4. They 1-9. They're 1-9. He has 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions through 10 games. These are things we can't whatchamacallit. These are things we say here. This is why it's sports though. This is why it's the conversation like this, right? But you gonna tell me 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 1-9. Shedeur will have worse stats through 10 games. Shedeur will have worse stats through 10 games. Shedeur will be 0-10. Less than 6 touchdowns and probably more interceptions. That's what Shedeur will have. In comparison to the first pick. First pick. Best quarterback. That's what people think. Opinions. Shoot it on it. How you learn? You watch film? How much film you gotta watch? What you learn on the bench? You don't score touchdowns on the bench. The other thing is why do y'all want Shedeur to not start? Why do y'all want him to be subservient? I ain't said it. Shannon Sharp said it. What Shannon Sharp said? He tries to get the ball down the field. Legitimately. He had the 53-yarder to the one boy. He had the other one. The boy caught it, fumbled it, and then the other one was like a 60-yard play. He prime time. He had 200 yards on 11 completions. $20 attempts. I think Dylan Gabriel threw the ball like 50 times last week or something like that. Bro, there was one, I think it was Dylan Gabriel or somebody. I'm gonna type in Dylan Gabriel, a lot of pass attempts. It was in one game. Wow. In 184 attempts, Dylan Gabriel has one pass for 26. That's his longest play. Stats per game. Dylan Gabriel. Completion attempts. Dylan Gabriel threw the ball 52 times. Dylan Gabriel threw the ball 52 times and had 221 yards. On 29 completions. 200 yards. He threw the ball 52 times. Shedeur had 200 yards and threw the ball 20 times. Only completed 11 passes. That's crazy. Y'all be saying anything, bruh. Y'all be saying anything. That boy threw for 52 yards. He threw 52 times, bro. They don't do that. He threw the ball 52 times and only had 200 yards. Shedeur threw the ball 20 times and had 200 yards. So if Shedeur, if you double, if you just double the stats and go 22 for 40, Shedeur would have had over 400 yards. But the other boy threw 52 times. So that's another 10 more throws. And he did that in one game. He had 52 pass attempts for 200 yards, bro. Y'all be saying anything, bro. This is crazy, bro. He threw the ball in 184 pass attempts. His longest play is 26 yards. In a Dylan Gabriel. In 184 pass attempts. In 184 pass attempts, his longest play is 26 yards. He's better than Shedeur. He threw the ball 52 times in one game and had 221 yards. Shedeur threw the ball 20 times, completed 11 passes, and had 200. Y'all be saying anything, bro. And those is real live stats, bro. Those is real live stats. I think that's my only other big point is why do y'all, I don't know why y'all feel like Shedeur shouldn't start. Why do y'all just want Shedeur to just be on the bench? Like y'all don't want Shedeur to play. That joint just don't make no sense to me, bro. Bro, you know how they be like, in all my years, I ain't never seen it like, I ain't never seen them sit here and just be like, yeah, we don't want this quarterback to play, bro. It ain't even on no, it ain't never been like this with no quarterback, bro. Like, we don't want this quarterback to play. Like, even on some, oh yeah, just have him sit on the bench and learn from somebody. I ain't never heard somebody, bro. Most times, it don't matter who the quarterback is, you want the quarterback to play. I ain't never heard people talk like this before. This is crazy. I don't know why they want Shedeur to be subservient, to be a bench player. I don't know, a bench rider. I don't know why they don't. That is honestly, that's like the honest goodness confusion about this whole thing. That's my only confusion about this whole thing, bro. Like, why is it so hard to just be like, just let him play and don't got no evidence? Like, the easiest way, this will be the joint right here. The easiest way for y'all to be right is to let him play. All y'all keep saying this and the third, but it's because y'all keep trying to not let him play and not let him start, not let him do anything. Not let him do anything. It would be an entirely different conversation if should. That's the easiest thing to do, bro. That's the easiest thing to do. Easiest thing to do. All they gotta do is, you see what I'm saying? It would be entirely different if Shedeur I put it like this. Don't tell me nothing, man. I don't hear nothing from you. Fuck off my face, man. All they had to do, it'd be entirely different if when they sent Flacco away, start Shedeur, right? Send Flacco away, start Shedeur. And then Shedeur played 4 or 5 games. If Shedeur would have played bad in those 4 or 5 games, you could have even said 3. If Shedeur would have said 3 straight bad games, then you like, you know what? Pull. We're gonna go to another option. You ain't even do that. With Gabriel came in, I just told you, 52 pass attempts, 200 yards. Did that, like, bro, Gabriel came in, not doing nothing. It's trash. You could have been swapped them out. You wait till it gets so bad, he get hurt, he get injured. So it would be entirely different conversation if instead of starting Gabriel, you started Shedeur. And then that would do what? Then it'd be like, okay, you know what? They're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Nobody. Y'all can't say y'all right. Y'all can't say y'all right. Y'all can't say y'all right. And you still can't. You still can't. I ain't saying you wrong. You still can't say you right. Y'all still can't say y'all right about nothing. Y'all still can't say y'all right about nothing. Because he ain't proved y'all right yet. Y'all been doubting for a long time. Still doubting. And that's fine. But y'all ain't right. Y'all know y'all ain't right. He should be on the bench. You just need to. Fuck that. I ain't never said that for no other quarterback. I ain't never said that for no other quarterback. You ain't never said that, bro. That's why it's so weird to me. There ain't never been no quarterback that was like, put them on the bench so they can, you know what I'm saying, learn under this person. Never. They talking about put him under Baltimore. What the fuck was he gonna learn from Lamar? Lamar's still trying to figure it out. Lamar ain't no. Lamar still. Lamar. Ask about Lamar in the playoffs. Lamar ain't got nothing figured out. What he gonna learn from Lamar? I ain't never. Bro, that's what I'm just saying, bro. I ain't never heard that, bro. You don't want a quarterback to play. You need to. When have y'all ever said that? Never. That's the part that's weird to me, and that like is bothering me when people say that. You ain't never in your life said that. This quarterback need to be on the bench so he can sit and learn. No. I'll take it to the NBA with Bronny. Which one was it? It was, let me see him play first. And after watching Bronny play, then it was, yeah, you know what? Might need to spend some time in the G League. But why? Because you saw what he could do or could not do. And then it was, y'all ain't giving. That's what I'm saying. My whole point about this whole thing, y'all have not given Shedeur that at all. You haven't given Shedeur time. You haven't given Shedeur anything to just be like, let me see him play first. In the NFL, I just said, with Bronny, we saw Bronny in the NBA. And we saw Bronny in the NBA, we said, he ain't ready. We have not gotten a chance to see Shedeur in the NFL to say he ain't ready. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. You have not given him a chance in the NFL. Now, in the NFL, if, like I just said, even if you ain't even giving him a lot of grace, if he had 3 bad games back to back to back, you know what? Then you harp on it. Then you just like, yeah, this why he ain't this and the third. You can't say that. You ain't got no why. You ain't got no why. You got a doubt that you heard somebody else say. Somebody else done said it and kicked it to you this way. So you're like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you don't need, whoever gave you that logic? And that's my point. That's my whole point. That's my whole point. You ain't never looked at no quarterback and said, put this quarterback on the bench. You ain't never said that for a rookie quarterback that hasn't played games yet. Any quarterback coming, you want to see them play. And then you move. And then it's, yeah, you know what? Yeah, this ain't. And as of right now, you still can't. And then we got to go to next week. And now they're not sure who's going to start next week. You see what I'm saying? It's not. It's the leeway and grace that they're giving Dylan Gabriel. That leeway and grace has not been extended to Shedeur under a fair chance of, let's see how this works. Let's see how good he really is or is not. You still can't. Next week is we'll see if he gets to start next week. And it's against the Niners. Let me look at the Niners record. Let me look at the 49ers record real quick. Just to see. Because today they said the Raiders. And it was just like, all right, that was the Raiders. Let me look at the 49ers. I feel like they got a decent record. 49ers is what? Bro, what the Niners at, bro? The Niners are 7-4. The Niners are 7-4. That's a legitimate team. That's a legitimate team. They're 7-4. The Browns are 3-8. So if you was a betting person, you would think that the Niners should win. They're playing the Browns. Now next week, if shedeur gets to start, and the Niners win, I'm not going to take back what I said. Said what I said. But I want to see how shedeur does. We'll critique the game from there. But if the Browns win, don't let the Browns win. I guess we'll never know. They all ask, what was I gonna say if I didn't win? I guess we'll never know. That's the artist formerly known as Gihareh. Quotable. I tell you what though. I will be I'm gonna do my reaction. I was only looking forward to 2 people play this year. If we being honest. I'm gonna be honest. I was looking forward to Travis Hunter playing both sides, cornerback, wide receiver. He showed a couple little glimpses, but it ain't highlight real package material. The other person I was looking forward to seeing playing, shedeur. See what I'm saying? It was his first game, man. It was his first game, man. It's his first game that he started. He won. It just makes sense to give him the game ball. The other guy's a veteran. He's going to get another game ball. You could have given him any other. Or you could have it's the NFL, you could have had 2 footballs. Just even off you gotta get, you know what I'm saying? It just won't